everybody. Welcome to Pesto's Test Kitchen.
Hello, Lauren.
It travels, right, guys?
Hello. Yeah. Hey, Robbie.
Nice to see you.
What's up, my brother?
Good to see you.
How are you?
Good to be here with you, of course. It's always.
You too. It's so good to see Roberto and Mark. My goodness, you guys have been friends for a very long time.
Very long time.
And so have we all. So I think, bringing the viewers into the family that kind of we've created around food and all the things that we love has sort of evolved over time, and you've been a part of that. And my gosh, I feel like the man love here. I have to get over here and I'm in the way.
Shush.
Anyway, nonetheless,
so we're talking about Italy today,
right? Italy and Robert, this man, not from Italy, but you guys kind of embody the things that are happening in that country, and then you bring them to us.
I think we embrace it completely.
Yeah.
We spent some time there together.
Him and I spent some time there together. I was very fortunate to take a trip with Robert to Italy, and it was one of the most eye-opening experiences of my life, and then being able to bring those experiences back, of course. Yeah. But today we're talking about, wine, we're talking about food, talking about Tuscany, Friuli, all those different areas there. So I think, Robert, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's talk about wine. Let's have a glass of wine.
Well, we're talking about Tuscany, so we're talking about the classics, and the classics are always, we all know what comes from Tuscany, right? It's Chianti Classico.
Chianti Classico.
A lot of people just say Chianti, right? Like that's a general word for all of those
And that
wines.
takes me back to 1970, the straw bottle with the candle on top of the table.
That's where it all started.
It did.
Well, that region became known as Chianti Classico.
Right.
So now when you say Chianti, it's a different region.
Sure.
So Chianti Classico is an embodiment of what we began and learned to love about Chianti.
Well, it goes back to my godfather. My godfather, my uncle Pete Cicero, he's from Sicily, but he had an Italian import store. But, every holiday was Chianti Classico, Riserva Ducale. All those things growing up are fond memories for me.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So what do you think it is about that wine that made it so popular, especially if you're going to bring one piece of your heritage to something?
I think it said home. I think it said Sunday. I think it said...
It went
easy
very
to
well
drink.
with the dishes that we were cooking, right? We were cooking a lot of grilled meats. We were cooking a lot of intense pastas, Sunday sauce, as we call it, right?
Yeah, gravy.
So these wines just pair well. So it was a natural for the.
So what is the grape for Chianti?
Sangiovese.
Sangiovese.
But when you grow Sangiovese, you can buy Sangiovese, but when you grow Sangiovese in the region of Chianti, in Chianti Classico, it's no longer Sangiovese. It's Chianti.
Right.
So it's the same grape. It's just when you grow it in that region, it changes. You lose its identity as Sangiovese.
So you bring the thrill machine in. You got some great Chianti. Let's taste some.
Okay,
I'm
let's
thirsty.
do that. Yeah, we're
Right,
going to
that's
do the
why-
thrill
that's
because
why
we're
I'm here.
outside and it's kind of warm. So that what the thrill does, in addition to sanitizing and chilling the glass, it's also going to chill it to the point where we're going to reduce the temperature of the wine to a more cellar temperature.
Exactly, because it's a little bit too warm now.
It's a little too warm. So when you chill the glass to that point, it's now frosted. We're going to start with...
Lauren, that's for you.
We're not going to... Yeah, we're going to start with...
The baby.
The baby. Yeah. Well, the baby would be Chianti Classico. This is a Riserva, so we're not starting with the baby. There you go.
Go big or go home, right, Mark? That's what
we're going to go big or go home in the dish we're about to make, Lauren.
I was going to say, the dish too.
Yeah.
Wait till you see what we have here. Don't wait, I have Lauren Cam ready too.
So this looks
Mark's
great.
one of the few that has the actual black thrill, by the way.
Well, you know what? I think I know somebody that imports the machines. So here's us.
Twist of my arm.
Here's to this great. We're going to do something great. We're going to cook cinghiale.
Cinghiale.
Which is what?
Wild boar.
We're going to cook wild boar.
The classic of Tuscany. If you're driving around in the hills of Chianti and don't run into a cinghiale, it's unlikely.
So
like
classically, especially in the fall with this wine.
We did that, and we didn't. We had to look eyes, right? And we have to look at each other in the eyes. That's also a rule. That.
When you step next to Bobby, I'm going to do what I do.
Do what you do, Marky.
So I'm going to take some great olive oil. I'm going to put it in the pan. We have a great pan over here. Very heavy bottom cast pan because we're using the grill as our heat source.
This is okay to have.
We have classic battuto in Italy, which means celery, onions, carrots, and garlic, and we're going to put some of that down in the pan. You want to hear that sound every time you cook, because if you don't hear that sound, you're not cooking with heat. All right? And we're going to put a pinch of salt down, because the salt releases all of the liquid in the pan, and we're just going to start to saute this down. So we're going to saute that down. I'm gonna add a little bundle of fresh rosemary, because very Tuscan, a bundle of thyme, and now we're gonna add that beautiful cinghiale, okay? And that is the wild boar. We had a wonderful, this is wild boar that a friend of mine took down.
Good.
And we're gonna put that in the pan. We're just gonna let that saute down with a little bit more salt. We're gonna add some of these beautiful summer tomatoes from Molnar Farms.
This is Lauren Cam.
This is Lauren Cam? Okay,
Lauren
great.
Cam at its finest.
So we're gonna add those tomatoes.
I know Ron is a little bit jealous, so is Jeff. Oh my gosh.
And then we're gonna add, you know, you could add Chianti, you could add whatever you want to. I have a little bit of Malbec. My wife and I didn't finish the other night, so we're just gonna add that into the pot. We're gonna let that cook, simmer, get happy for a couple hours. We're gonna come back and we're gonna eat that, but we have some other treats planned besides that. We're gonna cook some pork, some peppers. We're gonna cook one of your mom's favorite dishes. God bless your mom. Yeah. What was her favorite thing in this time with all this?
Papa Pomodoro was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And her favorite thing was whatever I liked. Yeah.
As it should be with Mama. So when we come back, we're gonna revisit all those great memories. Gonna have some more wine, and we're gonna cook and eat.
I feel like there's nothing to say because it's just so wonderful. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are.
Why is it cooking Italian food?
I just
we have
like
our calm
it. I like it
voices
so
on.
much, right?
It's like, because this means so much to my heart.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I know in some of my other, things that I do in my business, everybody knows me as Mark loves Mexican. Mark loves Mexican.
He does.
But Italy will always be first in my heart.
And we're all waiting, Mark. So.
Yeah, but Jesus, Mexico number 2.
We will be right back. We are back.
We are back. I'm sorry.
I was going to say,
I couldn't keep my hands off the Chianti.
Right? That's why Roberto's here. Surprise. That's why we're here.
Cheers.
Ching ching.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Right. And then we have to look at the eyes.
Yes, we have.
I was taking that very seriously before.
There we go. So we got the cinghiale, the wild boar, going crazy back there.
Honestly,
Legit
I have
crazy.
to get some Lauren Cam going, please.
That's okay.
Everybody,
That's okay. We got
don't
that
be
going.
mad at me for doing the Lauren Cam. What I can tell you is that when you see ingredients like this, the simplicity of what you guys have created.
Oh, I know. And Roberto, tell the family, tell everybody out there what I'm doing, because I like mine a little bit more burnt than everybody else.
My mother did too. I mean, she always wanted the most burnt piece on the.
Oh, I know. I love the char. I love the char.
Some people like it, and some people don't.
So
some people like it more
the bread acts like sandpaper to the garlic.
It is, and you use more than you think you're using.
You do. You really did. I mean, I used all that for just 3 pieces.
But it's a different flavor profile. It's not like you're flavoring everything. It's just the bread.
So then what we do, from what your mom told me, bring your plate over. We're going to squeeze this beautiful Molnar tomato juice over this.
More as much as you can.
Oh, as much as I can?
Yeah.
So let me get another one. I'm sorry.
There you go. Just keep going.
Oh, there we go. So this is almost like a wet panzanilla, kind of.
Right. So it's a variation. This is a Mark Canzonet variation.
So we're gonna put that over there, and then now you want some tomatoes, right?
Yeah, you're gonna put the tomatoes on top.
Some diced tomatoes.
I do have to admit that the kids do like doing things like that.
Yeah.
This is very interactive for the kids.
If you give it to them in a bowl.
And then a little basilico.
They'll pick this up and eat it.
A little bit of basil, and then Bobby, we have this unbelievable Carapelli extra virgin olive oil.
Would you?
Look at that. Yeah. Say when.
Okay, good.
I don't think I'll ever say when.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
and then I'm going to let you put some of that wonderful sea salt on there.
Thank you very much.
There you go. And then Lauren.
That's so simple.
We're going to go over to you and do yours.
The classic rule for Italian dishes is 5 ingredients, right, Mark?
That's it. The rule of 5.
The rule of 5.
The rule of 5.
If you get over 5, then your palate can't really understand too many more things. So
Lauren, get on the other side, okay?
It's all about
you go over there.
I'll move over here.
A couple basil leaves for Lauren.
We have such great ingredients here.
We do, and then some of that wonderful sea salt. And then Robert, if you want to put some black pepper on everybody's,
a little bit.
I'm going to do that. I already got the tomatoes on mine. I'm going to put a little bit more of that diced tomato.
Perfect this is.
And then Robert, the wine with all these charred flavors, these deep, rich tomato flavors. Talk to me about that.
Well, I mean, we can continue with the Chianti Classico, obviously, but in America, we're familiar with a Super Tuscan, and we happen to have one today. that I think I have to go grab it. Hang on, real quick.
Oh, we're changing out?
Well,
it's like a family right out
I'm
here.
putting it here
And
because some people like the Super Tuscan. This dish can go either way.
Now,
Depends on what
in an episode we did a couple weeks ago with my brother, we made some great hot peppers. You roasted some unbelievable sweet peppers. Can we add this on there? Would that be against the law?
Typically, we put them on the side and eat
Salon
them together, but you could do whatever you're comfortable with.
I think I'm going to go just like this.
I would go just like this.
Do you mind if I get in there?
This is again back to that, 5 ingredient thing.
It's so simple and so easy. And while that is like doing what it's doing on the grill, all right.
That is summer and fall combined together. The earthiness, the richness, the grassiness of that olive oil, the basil, the char on the grill.
And you see how the garlic
You're getting
has
that
a different profile?
and then you get the garlic on the back
It
palate.
burns you a little bit almost.
Yeah.
Because it's grated right on the bread.
Well, Robert, I think Mama would be very, very happy.
Yeah. Here's to you, Mama.
Here's the Mama.
Here's to
God
mamas,
bless your soul.
all of the mamas that made
And your
such
father.
wonderful
Yeah.
people, and moms and dads. It's not even Mother's Day or Father's Day, but nonetheless, it's about family,
It doesn't matter.
good
It is.
food, simple ingredients.
These are the people that
I'm going to go in for a pepper because I like a little bit of spice on mine.
Speaking of family, right?
Right?
Yeah, so my brother, a couple weeks ago on our last episode,
Right.
we did that canning episode, so little hot peppers on
A
there.
little
Can you
hot
give me a
pepper.
little hot pepper,
Can I give
please?
you this orange
Yeah,
one?
that
Right
orange
there?
one. As long as it's hot, we're good. There we go. Perfect.
Perfect. You
Quite
guys,
honestly, all we need is a little cheese, a little salumi, and we are good for the night. Here's to Italy, here's to our heritage, here's to our moms, our dads, here's to Molnar Farms, and God bless us.
Right.
Cheers again, one more time.
One more time.
And we'll be back again for that wonderful cingale.
There's
Robert made some
Cingale.
pork chops. He made some roasted peppers. Italy, especially Tuscany in the fall, is all about grilled meats, so we're going to come back to that.
Stay with us.
So,
That's looking good.
oh my God. Ron, thank you for getting close up right now. We have that wild boar, or in Italia, they call cingale. So it has stewed tomatoes and celery and onions and carrots, rosemary, garlic, olive oil, farm fresh tomatoes. Kid friendly, we're serving it with penne, but my dear friend Robert from Italy would say, what are we going to serve that with? Pappardelle, because that is such a great pasta for this. But anyways, we're doing family style. We're going this way for our kids.
My goodness, Mark,
Wow.
Pesto, Roberto, Robert, Bobby,
This is
all the nicknames.
crazy.
Right?
It's crazy. I'm going to plate mine. You guys already have yours.
Now,
I'm
this
going to
is
take
something
this
that
great
is
pork shoulder
your
cut.
family's favorite, right, Roberto?
Well, I mean, we're talking about Tuscany here, which is a region that we all know and love. Everybody wants to go to Tuscany, right? Everybody wants to go to Florence. So
You have
this
that
is-
wongale. Cingale.
Yeah, this is cingale.
Bobby,
we
that's
use
yours.
Penne. We use penne instead of
Thank you.
pappardelle.
Because we have kids at the table
Right,
today.
'cause kids can't eat pappardelle.
The little
it's
ones
a
are
wide
inside.
pasta that, all they do is dirty their clothes and, it just splatters all over the place. But
He's actually saying that to
But
me,
I think you
not
need
them.
a piece of
but-
bruschetta.
always a good thing.
I think
to
you need a
have.
piece of bruschetta.
And I will say, Melissa and I and Jesus and like everybody around us, when you rubbed the
Crostini?
bread, the crostini with the raw garlic.
Yeah.
It's just-
The
nothing like it.
aftertaste
Yeah.
of that is so different than the the first taste that sometimes
you know,
is
when you're in Italy and,
bruschetta, which
you know,
bruschetta is
Robert-
bruschetta.
When he took me to Italy, last thing I remember, every plate was like this. They're so proud of their olive oil.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that olive oil is like this little thing that's not so important. It's so very important. Bobby,
Well,
put that on there.
They probably consume in the small country of Italy as much as we consume.
They
in
do.
the entire
They do.
country.
In
Everything.
growing up, my great-grandparents, they always put a great Chianti vinegar on the pork chop.
On
I
it.
don't know if you're down with
Like a
that.
finishing
Robert.
Some
sauce?
people like the vinegar because it adds another dimension to the dish, especially to the meats. It
Right.
just depends what you like. It's
And just a little bit of cheese
it really
on top of
brings
that bolognese.
It brings it to life.
Not
right?
bolognese, but ragu, the
Ragu.
cingale.
It's very good.
Robert,
Grazie. Yeah,
I'm going to
this
get a
is-
fork. I'm going to take a bite.
I will
because
say-
this looks
Wait, I'm getting there. There we go.
The pork,
friends,
the fresh spices.
family.
Yes.
We have never been so calm in a group.
This is easy for me.
Never.
This is like I grew up with this. It's comforting. It's like home. This is every Sunday growing up in La Familia.
Cinghiale is really one of the most popular Tuscan meats.
Oh, without question.
Other than the Fiorentina, which is
The bistecca.
the bistecca Fiorentina, everybody knows.
The
Then we're gonna-
sweetness of that wild boar
Right,
with the herbs and the red wine.
just comes shining
Where did
through.
we get wild boar?
From a
And now
friend.
we're having the final wine we're having. Marky, would you pass that bottle over here?
Sure.
So I decided we were going to do a super Tuscan, which everybody knows about. This is actually
I am
has
making
no
a giant mess.
Sangiovese
I'm
in
so
it at
sorry
all.
back there,
This is a Cab Merlot blend,
Mm-hmm.
50-50, grown in Val di Pesa, which is one of the most popular, important regions.
But we know that Merlot from that area of the world is
Oh,
like
it's
a big California cab.
It's
You can
fantastic.
chew it, you can
It's
cut through it.
fantastic.
It's so amazing.
But it's still not old. It's old world as compared to California with the new world. They're just bigger wines. These are more food wines.
So
These are the
speaking of
ones-
old world, old kindred spirits, thank you guys. Being at my home, being in the test kitchen, it's like we were never apart.
all you have to do is call me and I'll be here.
Cheers, everybody. Here's the great
Cheers.
food, great wine, our friends, our family. God bless everybody.
Yes.
And here's the next segment.